Hello. Hey, Julie. Hey, Justin. How are you guys doing? Trauma Diva was going to come on with me tonight, but she's having an issue with her router. So she is live on Clapper with me. So she is still here with us. There's Missy. I'm here in spirit. They'll be able to hear you, though. Good. Hi, Mandy. Hey, there's Steven. How's it going, y'all? Tonight we're going to do some fucked up facts. I guess I could have called it that. Hey, Vienna King. So it's not scary as in weird or gross. There's one of them that's quite atrocious. But they are all true stories. And yeah. So everybody have any good couple days? I know last time I came on, I was not feeling well, but I'm feeling much better.
I'm good. I'm healthy.
Good. Well, I was down in the dumps last podcast. I had the flu or cold or something that I caught from the ghost hunting weekend, but I'm good now and having my cocktail tonight. It's the first time I drink. It's delicious. Everybody grab your drink and get ready for some nasty shit.
Oh, great.
No, there's a couple of them. I only have 10 because I figured we'd talk about them. So there's a couple of them that's, they're nasty. Like, it's fucked up what people do. It really is. Oh, you getting over a head cold too? I had a sore throat one day. I had a fucking migraine that all day that Monday. Oh my gosh. It was terrible. So, but no, much better. I'm so glad that your mom is still doing good, Justin. I'm very glad to hear it. Prayers to her. Everybody still keep saying prayers for Justin, Mom. It's working. That's great.
Will do.
Oh.
Will do.
Oh. All right. So I'm going to get started on this. So in May 1783, in Bengal, India, a child was born with two heads. Now, back then, this wasn't common at all. This wasn't common back in the 1700s. So the midwife that assisted with the birth was so horrified by his appearance, she tried to kill him by throwing him in the fire.
No.
Mm-hmm. Without the parents' permission, because the parents apparently rushed out and rescued him out of the fire. And he had major burns on his one ear and one eye. So that was also now a permanent scar on this horrific.
Little baby.
Right. It's not the baby's fault.
No, poor little baby.
So after the parents' initial shock, they begin thinking that he could be a money-making opportunity. So they left and they moved to Calcutta, where their son could be exhibited. Now, by two-headed, most people assume it's two heads growing side by side from the same neck. Sort of like the twins, the two that just got married, the two-headed girl.
Yeah.
Right. So in this case, the boy's second head grew atop of his. So the top and the top were connected, right? The two crowns were connected, and the other head's neck stump stuck straight up in the air. And yes, and it was actually to where the skull encased into one as well. But it had two separate brains and they were working separately. Like if the hey spirit wolf, so if say the regular baby was crying, the other baby could be laughing. Like it doesn't,
okay.
they work separately. But as they got older, the other one, the normal with the body, said that every once in a while they could feel and hear what the other brain was thinking.
Oh, that's so cool, though.
I guess. I mean, that's weird.
See that? So this is what it looked like. Imagine a neck. I wore my hair just so that I could give everybody a.
So yeah, the two crowns were together, and the neck stump stuck straight up in the air. Now, the second head had a few irregularities. The ears were malformed, the tongue and the bottom jaw were small, but otherwise both heads were the same size and they were covered with black hair, like where they were connected. It's been said that the boy told his parents that he could sometimes hear his other brain and feel like it was what it was thinking. Yeah. Isn't
how
that
old how old did they grow to?
Four. That's okay. So one day when his mom left him alone to go to the store, she returned to find him dead on the floor from a cobra bite. I don't know if he went outside. I don't know if this fucking snake was in the house. It didn't go into detail about it.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Uncle. Let me get you modded up. Thank you. He was buried in Boopnarain River outside Tumlock, but his grave was robbed. The skull showed up in England. His skull was put on display and can still be seen at the Hunterian Museum of the Royal College of Surgeons of London. So apparently it was dissected and all of that. So I'm not.
Of course, how we got patient.
I'm not sure if okay. So I read that the grave got robbed.
Right.
I don't know who robbed it, and how long they kept it in hiding because I don't think the parents.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the parents knew it got robbed or what, but it was years later that this head showed up at this college.
I don't know.
So, did Uncle finally make it over here? I don't see his.
He was doing yard work.
It's okay.
Not here, not at my house. He was doing yard work at his house.
I worked outside on that house today.
Oh, did you? Is it down?
Oh my God. You would be so surprised at how much I have done. I will send you a picture. I will send you a picture of what's left. You're going to be shocked at what is left.
I'll make sure I'm surprised.
You will be surprised by once you see how much is left from a 2 fucking story house. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that was it of that story. I've never
So
seen.
What do you think?
Well,
what did they think? Was that a good story to hear?
Oh no, that's not even the bad one.
No. I mean, we can start taking some ratings, and then we'll have at the end whatever story wins the prize.
Okay, so that's story number 1. So at the end, we will come up like she said, and we'll give you. You guys have to give me the number of the story you think is the absolute worst. All right. So that was story number 1. This is story number 2. Now, you guys have heard of Roman Emperor Nero, correct? That's he's from history. Okay. Roman Emperor Nero married his second wife named Sabina. Keep in mind, he murdered his mama and he murdered his first wife.
Well, because they do that.
Well, yes, they do. So he also got into an argument with Sabina and killed her. But he didn't tell anybody because he really loved her. So he didn't tell anybody. Apparently, he loved her so much. And he kicked her to death in 65 AD. They were only married 3 years. Now, he
I think
didn't.
Sabina was an idiot because if she knew that he killed his mom and his first wife, who would sign up for that? I don't know.
I wouldn't. But I think back in those days, you really didn't have much of a choice. I think you kind of hooked up by your family for the most part, aren't you?
Oh, hooking up through family is gross.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yes.
So, but okay. So he then met a slave teenaged boy named Sporus who looked just like her. So he had him castrated and took him as his bride.
Lovely.
Yeah. So nobody realized he killed Sabina, and he even made him take the name Sabina. So everybody thought that was Sabina.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, it is terrible. And so Sporus was said to bear a powerful resemblance to her. Sporus kept his secret out of fear, but sadly took his own life at 20.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So it's said that Nero even made Sporus go by the name Sabina. Back then, slaves were fair game. So Nero felt that his new love should be happy with his new royal title.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Nero.
Nero would rape him almost daily and for years, and felt Sporus should just be willing to please him. Nero would die before the end of that year. The Senate had voted him at fault for this great fire in 64 AD. So Nero ran to escape and ultimately had his assistant help him put a dagger in his own chest.
All right. I like that. It's his name. What's his name? Or her name? Probably
Oh, I don't know. I didn't write down the assistant's name.
That's the best part of the story. How do you not write down his name?
He was a weird dude. He was a weird dude. And if you're more than welcome. I found all this stuff on Google and going through the internet, and that's when I found all this story. So, yeah. Yeah. Found a little boy, had him castrated, and I guess the reason they would castrate them is so he couldn't have an heir.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Looks like a girl.
Yeah, but nobody else knew.
Nero
Okay.
did.
Tiberius Claudius Epaphroditus, also known as Epaphroditos, was a freedman and secretary to the Roman emperor. So was that the one that helped him put the dagger in his chest? Vienna King, you always know everything about everything. You have a lot of
Where did I
knowledge.
keep you?
He has a lot of every time he knows everything about what we're talking about.
See?
Could that be the one that helped him with the,
I think it was Sabira's brother.
as the okay, so that's the assistant's name then, I guess. The Tiberius Claudius Epaphroditus. Yeah, you do love history because anytime I have history, hey Ayla, how you doing?
Let's just call him Bob for short. The other name's too hard for me to remember. I'm done. I'm not Alfred.
The Epaphroditus or it's Aphrodites is just what I'm going to say.
Just say it real fast.
Yeah, tongue twister. Say it 3 times fast.
All right.
Okay, so this one is a little weird. Okay. This one's still not the worst one as far as I'm concerned, but it's still pretty bad. So in 2010, he was never accountable for the suicide or death, but he was the assistant. Okay, I got you. Well, from what I read, he was trying to get his assistant to help him with the dagger in his chest because he wasn't going to be able to escape. So anyway, I'm just going to go that he was committed suicide. Okay, in 2010, 19-year-old Australian Sam Ballard was a star rugby player. Very physical, very in shape. One night he was hanging out with his friends, Jimmy Galvin and some more of his mates, and they saw a slug crawling across Galvin's concrete patio at his home in Sydney. Galvin said he heard Sam say, "Should I eat it?" He said Sam was up and bam, it happened that quick. That's how that happened.
First of all, the 5-second rule never applies. So that's gross to me.
Who the fuck would want to eat a bug? Y'all know how I am about bugs any fucking way. Who the fuck would want to pick up a slug that you see crawling across a damn yard outside and stick that in your mouth and chew it up and swallow that? Why? Why?
At least put a little salt and pepper on there.
Okay. God almighty. So after he ate it, he went home. The next day he woke up. He was just feeling weak and complained of some severe pain in his legs. So Sam's mom, Katie Ballard, said at first they were worried that he might have MS. His dad was affected with multiple sclerosis. So they thought, oh shit, he's got it. Well, at this time, Mama didn't know he ate a slug. Ew.
So that just
No.
goes to show, if anybody ever eats a slug, make sure you tell your mother. It's very important, or she'll think you have MS.
No, I couldn't watch Fear Factor because of how many people would puke.
Oh.
I can't. I did not like that show.
So Tommy says, yeah, well, he was from Australia, so they eat grubs.
Mm-mm. What the fuck is a grub?
It's a bug.
Ew. I don't even know what it... Ew.
I
know. Okay, so the doctors are like, nope, it's not MS. That is not the case here. So after they couldn't find what was wrong with him, Sam finally told his mom that he had eaten this slug. Once that was known, the doc started a series of tests. Sam was diagnosed with rat lungworm disease from the infected slug.
Yeah, no.
Vienna King says slugs have about 12% protein per body weight, and maggots have 55%.
Ooh, we could make a salad.
No.
Protein-packed salad. Thanks.
God dang it. Y'all's going to make me sick. So, okay. So this rat lungworm disease is caused by a parasitic worm. The parasite lodges in the lungs of rats and is later excreted in their poo. Then along comes a slug, snail, crab, shrimp, prawn, or frog and either eats the rat poo, and the parasite works its way into the creature, infecting it. Hey, Spirit Stalker. So humans can be infected if they eat raw or uncooked contaminated animals that haven't been thoroughly washed.
Yep.
So instead of passing through the digestive tract, the larvae goes to the brain.
It's just wrong.
You know, I have those stupid wild little white mushrooms, and none of my pigs eat those mushrooms. Thank God. And I go in and pick them up and throw them out anyway. But none of my pigs eat mushrooms. Thank God.
Aren't they supposed to, though?
Ew, Spirit Stalker.
What did he say?
She said, I like maggots with chamoy.
No. Maybe she's got something there.
Now, I've heard about that damn cheese that the maggots are on it. I've heard of that because that was in one of our podcasts that night with that gross, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, gross. I would never, I don't care how good it is for you. I ain't eating it.
No.
Mm-mm. Blech. All right, so it goes to the brain. Soon after his diagnosis, Sam fell into a coma for 420 days. Maggots with Chardonnay is great. Gross.
Spirit, stop it.
No, that was Vienna King.
Vienna, stop it.
Ew. Oh, y'all. Oof. God almighty. Okay. He was in a coma for 420 days. When he woke up, he was completely paralyzed, quadriplegic, unable to eat without a tube or move without intense pain.
See? You're meeting a bug.
He required 24-hour care. His mom said it didn't affect his mental faculties, though. Sam was always there 100%, and he would figure out how to communicate with people. In 2018, Sam passed away surrounded by his loved ones.
Aww. That's horrible.
Oh. That was story number 3, y'all.
Should I eat it? So if a friend says, should I eat it? What is everybody going to say?
No.
Thank you.
That.
Should I eat it?
Okay. This one is story number 4.
Pop your popcorn. It gets better. No, it doesn't.
His name was Brian Stewart. His name is Brian Stewart, excuse me. He's 30 years old, and he lives in Milton, Florida. And he was at home one day listening to music. Some neighbors said that he always plays his music pretty loud. On this day, a few of his neighbors got together and walked over to Stewart's home. They were knocking and knocking, but because the music was so loud, he couldn't hear them. So their knocks continued to get louder, and Stewart finally came to the door, and the neighbors were complaining and was asking him to please turn the music down. Stewart turned around and stepped back just inside his door, and he came back out with a machete. Stuart smiled at them and said, "I'm going to kill you with kindness." Stuart then introduced, I'm sorry?
Machete, was the machete named Kindness?
That's exactly right. He introduced them to the machete, and the machete's name was Kindness. He attempted to attack the neighbors, but only one suffered a half-inch cut on his hand. Stuart was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill and aggravated assault.
He was going to kill with kindness.
Right? Hello, Rumpa. Trauma was going to come on live tonight with me, y'all, but her router is messed up at home, so she is live on Clapper with us over here. So she's still with us here. All right, story number 5. Okay. He says, "Hi, Trauma.
I love you, Rumpa."
She loves you, Rumpa. All right. In August 2023, 74-year-old Giacomo Chiapparini, who is an Italian cheesemaker, entered the aging room of his factory to check his cheese rounds. This is a part of the aging process in his company's warehouse. Their cheese is aged from 10 to 60 years. Okay. In this area were about 10 shelves of floor-to-ceiling cheese rounds. Each round is 88 pounds. Okay. There were approximately 1,600 rounds per shelf. All right, that's a lot of fucking cheese. So while checking this, like he's always done 100 times before, something which is unknown caused a shelf to collapse, which caused it started a domino effect. So he was caught under all these cheese rounds and shelves and couldn't get out and was crushed by all of this weight. And people started looking for him. And then when they found where he was at, it took 11 hours to even get everything moved off of him to get him pulled out from under there.
Were they able to sell the cheese, though?
I don't know. It didn't say. I don't. Like,
Everybody's thinking it. I'm the one who is.
I don't know. It didn't say how long. Like it was in the stage of the aging process. I just cold smoked 8 blocks of cheese. I'm in love with cheese. I love cheese, and not the kind with the fucking maggots on it, though. Maybe Rumpa says maybe 1 million pounds of cheese caused the shelf to collapse. It's very possible.
That would make sense.
It would, but I mean, how many times? Like it's been in there. I'm sure. I mean, he goes in there. I don't know how often he's supposed to go check on it. I don't know. So, his company, his factory is still up and running today, and it's called the Chiapparini's factory. Was founded in the late 1970s and produces about 15,000 wheels of Grana Padano cheese each year.
Okay.
That was story number 5. Now, this one, number 6.
Are we gonna? Great.
Number 6 is, yeah, I don't like this one. This number 6 is, all right. So, Sada Abi was born May 28th, 1905, and she was a Japanese geisha girl turned prostitute.
Okay.
Now, she met this Kachizo Ishida,
Okay.
while she was working in his restaurant as a geisha girl. He was the owner of this restaurant.
Okay.
He would flirt and come on to a bee, and he told her he was leaving his wife, and a sexual relationship began.
Of course.
Of course.
Never believe it. They never leave.
Yes, I know. He was always finding places for them to go and spend time together, and it was only after 3 weeks she said that she loved him, and she's never felt love like that in her life. They went on a 2-week straight vacation, and Abi thought Ishida was going to marry her. Off topic. Please send prayers to my 36-year-old niece. She got run over by a drunk driver with child on board. She's in bad shape. Head to toe. I am so sorry, Spirit Stalker. Yes, please, you guys send prayers to Spirit Stalker's niece. And the child, is the child okay? It said with child on board. So is the child okay? Or is it just your niece? Positive thoughts and prayers, Spirit Stalker. I hope the child is, I mean, not that I don't hope the niece is okay, but I hope the child is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Shassi. Okay, so let me finish here. After this 2-week vacation, they arrested the lady. Good. Okay, so after their 2-week vacation, she thought they were going to get married. She was so happy on cloud 9. A couple days after they got back, he found out that she went back to his wife, or he went back to his wife. Excuse me. He went back to his wife. So she became very agitated. She started drinking excessively. One night they decided to meet up and have sex again. Well, during their sexcapades, they liked, what do you call it? The erotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Where they like to kind of choke each other out, you know, because I guess when you do that during orgasm, it's supposed to, I don't know. I don't do that, but I've heard about it. Anyway, that's what they do. And that's what they did. And so she just kept on choking and didn't stop. And she killed him. She choked him out. And after she said after she killed him, she felt totally at ease.
Yes.
Hello, Lily.
Yeah.
What's up, Lily? So she felt totally at ease. After lying with his body for a few hours, she then severed his penis and testicles with a kitchen knife. Oh, no, he didn't die with erection, no. Oh, I guess he died with an erection, yes. But she cut that bitch off at the testicles. She wrapped them. She wrapped them up. That's why the Kung Fu master hung himself. Self-gratification during masturbation. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So she severed his penis and testicles with a kitchen knife, wrapped them in a magazine cover, and kept them until she was arrested 3 days later. Okay. So
You repeated it like 3 or 4 times.
I did not write down all of, because the police did end up following her and catching her, and this is what she told them herself. Yeah. And like she went right on along in going in detail, like she was trying to have sex still with it, but it wasn't working, but she continued trying and trying. And I don't know how big his thing was. She didn't say how big it was. But if he's Asian, he's probably not very big, because I heard about them anyway, being real little. I don't know. I've never been, I have no interest in an Asian to know whether it's small, big, or whatever. Anywho, she told the police that she practiced necrophilia with it.
Oh, lovely.
She only got 5 years in prison.
Those things are expensive, and I'm sure, like, her pay. She may have wanted to make a mold of it, you know.
So they asked her, why did you kill him, and why did you cut his testicles off and his weenie? And she said, because I couldn't take his head or dead body with me. So I took the part that kept taking me to ecstasy, or however it was fucking written.
You know, well, that's what I mean. It was a memento. She was going to make a corsage out of it.
Yeah. Just slap that on that chest. Even with small pee-pee can be blew up and stretched to 3 times its size when kept moist.
Let's not talk about it. No.
Come on.
No, stop.
Ew. Earrings. Testicle earrings. And if they were hairy. Girl. I don't want to Google that. I don't need to know that they can be stretched out. I don't want to know. Anyway, there is 6 films based on this chick.
No.
One of them, though, is Japan only. And that's a 1975 movie called A Woman Called Sada Abi. And that is Japan only. Wow. In 76, there's a movie called In the Realm of the Senses. 1988 is called Nobuhiko Obayashi Sada.
Obayashi.
In 99, there was Sachi Hamino. Hi, Annie. Family jewels, earrings. Yeah. Good night, Terry.
Love you, Terry.
In 2009, there's a movie called Pure. And 2011, it's called Yuma Asami. So if y'all would like to go watch those,
no,
I can send you that information so you can find it. So that is story number 6, y'all.
Next time, put that as story number 12.
I don't have a 12.
I know.
She is the OG Lorena Bobbitt. Yes.
She is.
Yes, Missy. People do have those hanging from their tailgate hitches, but those are usually fake. If I ever see real ones hanging, I'm going to be like, what the fuck?
Those are dice.
Hello, Walter. The Japanese are into some weird stuff. It's not just the Japanese into this weird shit. Now, I know that there's every race is into some weird shit. They've just all got different shit because of their religions and stuff. But there's people all over that like that, choking each other, and you know what I'm saying? That they did asphyxiation shit. Ew. Ugh.
Don't read it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's true, though. She carries it around long enough, it'll get maggots on it, won't it? She can eat it with the cheese. Just go find the cheese and dip it.
And make a latte. Or she'll have a straw.
Golly. Whew. Ethiopians believe you can still get pregnant after the pee-pee.
Story number 7.
Up to no. They just said that earlier. David Carradine was into that. Yeah. He played the part of the Kung Fu master, but it really wasn't him that did that, was it? And Vienna King says Ethiopians believe you can still get pregnant after the pee-pee's cut off up to 24 hours. Now, but
That
if
was
they...
probably her plan.
Huh?
That was probably her plan. She wanted to have his kid. He's dead. He was going to go back to his wife anyway. He wasn't going to use it anymore.
Now,
Just saying.
I wonder, if it's okay. Just say this is a possibility. Hold on a minute. So, say they had the sex, right, and then she killed him from the asphyxiation, and say he came, right? And then she cut it off and carried it and was doing herself with it. If some was still left in there, could she get pregnant from that?
Yeah, probably. It's viable for 48 hours. 48 to 72 hours or something like that.
Taylor Schabusiness decapitated her friend, then had sex with the rest of the corpse, put his head in the bucket, and was upset she forgot to take it home, but took his legs and put his organs in different bags. She took his legs. She
Move on,
did
people.
she cut their legs off? Did she cut his legs off? No, wait. Are you saying David Carradine was he's the one that did that? Like he was the Kung Fu guy that did that? I thought he was just an actor. If no air or oxygen is introduced, the sperm can live up to 24 hours. Oh. Yeah, okay. I think that's probably what she was trying to do.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Oh, yeah. That was the other thing. I didn't even write that part down. I forgot about that part. So I guess these police officers followed her and they went and knocked on the door of this hotel room that she was staying at. And they said, "Are you so-and-so?" And she said, "Yeah, that's me." Well, I guess they didn't believe that was her. So she showed them his penis and balls for proof that it was her. I did not realize that. I thought wasn't David Carradine the one that played in Urban Cowboy?
Yeah.
He was.
So.
He was. That's who Deborah Winger left. What's his butt for?
Yeah.
Get out of here. I had no idea. David Carradine's dead? I didn't know any of this.
Who told you? Who told you?
They're talking about it.
She didn't know. Now all of her hopes are dashed of ever marrying him.
Ew, gross. Ugh. Yeah, John Travolta. Yeah, that's what's his butt.
What's his butt?
That was Glenn something. No, John Travolta was in Urban. Yeah, John Travolta was in Urban Cowboy as Deborah Winger's love interest. But then when she left John Travolta, she was with David Carradine, who was the guy that started her riding the bull. And then he went and then fought him. Yeah. I had no idea that he was into that stuff. Yeah, Urban Cowboy is one of my favorite movies. Scott Glenn is who Deborah left John for. Is that what his name was in the movie? Scott Glenn? David Carradine played whatever his fucking name was, Justin. David Carradine was the one that he played that part. And that's when, that's the first time I ever saw anybody eat that fucking tequila worm in that movie. June 3rd, 2009. I had no idea. That David Carradine is not the one that plays in that movie with them? I'm going to look it up. Richard Reed Carradine was John's real name, said that David needed help long before he got into autoeroticism. No shit. Well, he looked gross in the movie anyway. He's not an attractive guy, whoever that is, but I thought that was David Carradine. Oh, okay. That's my bad. I had the wrong person.
Poor David Carradine. You thought this ugly guy was him the whole time?
I did.
And it wasn't?
No, it wasn't. I thought that was David Carradine that played that part. All these years, that's who I thought it was.
You owe David Carradine an apology.
I apologize. Well, David Carradine don't know.
He does. He's dead. Anytime you talk about people, they come and they...
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to the Scott Glenn guy, too, for thinking you were him, too. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, anyway... This whole thing, this whole story is just fucked up.
So bad. I'm doing my dishes. I'm sorry.
That's all right. David was from Thailand. I did not know that either. All right. When this is all done, I'm going to look him up and see what he looks like. This sounds like some future podcasts to me. Eroticism or something. I'm not a cop anymore. I'm a retired cop is what kind of cop I am. Retired. 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 Hence the word tired. Get out of here. His real life son was Louis Skolnick in Revenge of the Nerds. I love that guy. I love that movie, Revenge of the Nerds. Huh. No shit. Was that his only kid? You would think it's not if he was in all that eroticism shit. Retired. That's right. He was in Bird on a Wire. The son? Scott Glenn started off in B biker movies. He was also in a made-for-TV monster flick, Gargoyles. Scott was also in The Right Stuff. Okay. Well, that's totally my bad, y'all. I was so thinking that was David Carradine that played my part. So that part. So I completely apologize. Thank you for letting me know who it really was. Because I was going to go look him up and be like, that's not who I thought that was. I love that movie too. Bird on a Wire is pretty damn funny. Okay. Let me get on. There's 3 more stories I have here. None of them are as gross as that one. Okay. Number 7. If a female octopus is hungry and does not want to mate, but the male keeps pushing and pushing and trying, she will finally let him insert his mating arm, which is called a hectocotylus, maybe. Then she will inch close to him, strangle him till he dies, and then feast on him in her den for a few days.
See? Leave us alone.
That's what we're saying. If we say no, it's no, fellas.
Because if you keep pushing, we're going to let you in. And then
Spirit Stalker says, I'm going to buy me an octopus. So his arm, the hectocotylus, is used to transfer sperm packets to her. But she'll fool him so she can have dinner. So listen when a woman says she's not in the mood, fellas. I'm saying.
That's huge. That's huge.
I couldn't help but do that. That was kind of funny. And you remember the show I told y'all to watch?
Which
My Octopus Teacher. Remember I told you guys about the documentaries that I watch, and I said, go to Netflix and watch My Octopus Teacher. It is fantastic. It's fantastic, this fucking documentary about this octopus. I'm telling you, I will sit there and bawl and bawl and bawl at the end of it. It's terrible. It's wonderful to learn what you learn about them. Black widow spiders often devour their mates. Yes. And those, yes. The praying mantis, the females. Kill Bill was funny. Yes. She bites their heads off, yeah. But I've heard about the black and the brown widows eat they don't always, but they often eat their mates.
This all makes sense. Because when you have a one night stand, that's why the guy leaves. He doesn't want to die.
Well, you gotta say the praying mantis has gotta know it too. He's like, well, I guess this will be the last bitch I ever meet right here. I need to mate though, so I guess this bitch will be the one to eat me.
I doubt anybody tells him, poor guy. You're like, oh yeah, oh this is great. I'm here. Oh, yeah. Wait, what are you doing? No. Yeah.
Spirit Stalker said, I tried to eat my hubby's head. It worked. That's fucking awesome. All right. Story number 8. Born August 16th, 1934. Donnie Dunnigan. He was born in San Antonio, Texas. What's fucked up is a praying mantis female will eat his head off as she's affiliated. Ooh. Well, like they said before, he's dying with an erection. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. At age 3.5, this kid won some contest and was paid $100. He was spotted by a talent scout, and he appeared in a series of films and soon became the family's breadwinner and picked up a whole bunch of voice movies, like voice acting. He's the most famous for being the voice of Walt Disney's Bambi, the original Bambi.
Flower. Pretty flower.
I love Flower. And then he retired from voice acting after he did Bambi. Now, in 1952, at 18, he enlisted in the Marine Corps. He became the youngest drill instructor in the history of the Corps and served 3 tours in Vietnam, where he was wounded several times before retiring with the rank of major in 1977. Bye, Walter. Thank you for hanging out with us before Godzilla squashed Bambi. Oh my God. So he received 3 Purple Hearts and a Bronze Star. At that time, he kept it a secret all those years that he was Bambi.
Well, of course he did.
He was eventually found out shortly before his retirement. All those years and nobody knew he was Bambi. Makes me want to go watch Bambi now so I can hear the voice. And his name is, one more time, Donnie Dunnigan.
Sorry.
Now, this one is a little confusing. And you guys know when I went to Louisiana, we went up there and we went to Myrtle's plantation, and we went to Louisiana twice. Had a wonderful time, and that's where Gerald is from, right? Anyway, this town is where we went in Louisiana, Opelousas or Washington, Louisiana. They're neighbors. So Robert Clarence, and he goes by Bobby Dunbar, born May 23rd, 1908 in Opelousas, Louisiana. In August 1912, the Dunbars took a fishing trip to nearby Swayze Lake in the St. Landry Parish, Louisiana. On August 23rd, while on that trip, Bobby disappeared. Now, after 8 months of searching, someone called in a boy that matched Bobby's description. This boy was a spitting image of Bobby and was traveling with a man named William Cantwell Walters of Mississippi. William claimed it was his son and that his name was Charles Bruce Anderson, the son. Charles' mom's name is Julia Anderson, who they were divorced, and they had equal custody of the son, but he was on a trip with his son. The police arrested Williams for kidnapping and had the Dunbars come to identify the boy. Well, the Dunbars both agreed, yep, that's my son, Bobby. He's lying. That's our son. So they arrested the dad of kidnapping. So the boy was turned over to the Dunbars, and the boy was raised for the rest of his life as Bobby.
Wouldn't the boy say, that's not I don't know who they are?
William and Julia were poor and had no money to get an attorney to prove their son was who he was. Years later, a DNA test result showed that this man that was raised as Bobby Dunbar was in fact not Bobby Dunbar. It proved that he was truly the son of Julia and William. The Bobby Dunbar case is now cold, and he has never been found. So they lose their son and then go and take somebody else's son.
Yeah. How old was this kid?
I don't remember. If it said he was born in 08 and in 1912 he was missing. So he was 4.
He would still cry for that mom.
Mm-hmm.
You would think.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I mean, it showed when you were looking at the pictures of them, they do look very, very similar, but you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's just... So by this time, the family that took this kid that wasn't theirs were dead. And that guy that was arrested for kidnapping did 3 years in jail. That's fucking terrible. That is absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
All right, and story number 10. This is the last story. In August 1994, hold on, what just popped up here? Oops. Nope. Walt Disney really never wrote Peter Pan. In fact, Walt Disney played Peter Pan in a school play. Oh, no shit. Walt Disney actually dropped out of school at the age of 16. No shit. See, it just goes to show you could become fucking millionaire and not even have to worry about it.
Done. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll be stupid as long as I have $1 million. I don't care. Anyway, in August 1994, residents in Oakville, a small city in Washington, reported translucent, gelatinous blobs about 1/2 the size of a rice grain covered the ground. They believed that it had rained down during the night and believed that it was causing people to have flu-like symptoms. Over the next 3 weeks, there were another 5 reports in the local area of these blobs, with several people claiming they fell ill as a result of contact with them. A microbiologist at Washington State found that the blobs contained 2 species of bacteria, but neither were harmful to people. Some people thought it was classified military weapons testing, but there was no evidence to prove it. Because, the military won't admit anything, and they always deny something. A similar substance called star jelly has been mentioned in scientific reports and claim they come from a variety of sources: amphibians, algae, slime, crystals of sodium polyacrylate. In 2012, sodium polyacrylate absorbed water from a storm to form gelatinous blobs in a place called Bournemouth. I guess that's also in Washington.
Okay.
Maybe the blobs were similar. Haven't had any reports since. So what are the blobs? How did they show up? If it didn't rain down out of the fucking sky, where would it come from? Was it? Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that with the Unsolved Mysteries. I didn't see it. So on Instagram, I get all of these. It's called The Scary Fact. And that's a page on Instagram. If you'd like to go, if you're on Instagram, go follow The Scary Fact. It's thousands of these stories. And that's where I got all these stories. But then I got on the computer and I did research for each one of them. So
there were thousands of stories, and you picked the one where the lady cuts the guy's thing off.
Well,
Out of 1,000 stories.
Well, I didn't have a chance to go through all of them yet.
You could have gone one more story.
Well, it just shows you that there's such fucked up people.
Yeah.
In this world.
Terrible.
Like, oh my God, why do people think about this shit?
I don't know. I like your hair color.
Thank you.
You got to do your fun hair. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Now, I need to go and have my blonde retouched up.
Oh, okay.
Because, this is where my black was.
Yeah.
So, I've got the purple, that's supposed to be purple.
Oh, okay.
So it just, I need to go have the purple touched.
Okay.
So that's why I was wearing that. Because it just kind of looks blonde. Because I don't want to remove the black because it'll break my hair. So as the black grows out, I'm going to add the purple in. So it'll just be the grow out that gets colored. And we're not going to do the black. We're not going to recolor the black anymore. We're just going to let it fade out.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I just don't want my hair to break. My cousin is the actual dance director for every Disney in the world. Get out, Robbie Mackey. Oh, shit. That's fucking awesome. Your girl had blue hair. I had purple hair for years, like 5 years.
Yeah.
I've walked every inch of Disney when I was a teen. There is over 20 miles of underground walkways. No shit. I've never been underground. I don't want to go over. I think that's how the characters get around from.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because it's just too fucking hot for them to be in character. up above ground.
Yeah. Well, there was a freaky story for Walt Disney. One of the employees got stuck. And the one ride, it's the World of Tomorrow, or I think it's the World of Tomorrow. It's
that's the big ball.
And then the stage spins around, or either the stage spins around, or where the people are sitting, they spin around. But then there's walls, and employees got stuck between the walls.
I heard about that. I have heard about that. And the people that were going on the ride thought the screams were part of the ride.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, I've heard that.
That's so horrible.
It's a small world after all. So yes, but it's called something the world, and that is in the big silver ball at Epcot.
Yeah. The Epcot Center thing.
Yeah.
This is my fun hair now.
I know. I saw you've wear it in a bunch of videos. I love it.
I love it. It's connected to the hat.
I know. It's cute as shit. You'd never know it was connected. Yes.
Everybody go buy hair.
Your goodbye hair?
It's fun. Everybody buy hair. It's fun.
I have enough hair.
I don't.
We'll have to get you a wig that's teal and purple and pink. Because see, the teal, my teal and my pink were very vivid.
Yes. Yeah, you just need that, because it looks actually, so because the teal and the pink are vivid, the front blonde part looks gray.
Yeah, I know.
You need something.
Yeah. But this at the bottom of the pink is supposed to be purple, and it's blonde.
Yeah.
And the purple that's supposed to be here is blonde. So the purple didn't stick.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm saying. Like it's where the black was. So she says she's got a more vivid purple that she's going to put in there because she went a little more pastel on the purple.
Yeah.
So that one's not going to work. So we have to go with the more vivid purple. That'll go there and get the blonde ends where it's at the bottom of the pink. Because the teal, it goes into pink. It's an ombre. So the teal goes into pink tips, and then the pink goes down to purple.
That's so cool.
So we tried to make it that each color was on the top and the bottom. Our show choir actually won 2 trips to Disney back in 91, 93. We sang in front of thousands at Christmas. And we all, wow, cool.
I graduated in 93.
Oh, I graduated in 89.
What school did they go to for your show choir?
She said, he said they won nationals. What school did you go to, Vienna? 2 trips to Disney back in 91. Sang in front of thousands at Christmas and was all paid for. We won nationals. That's awesome.
Woo!
88 there. Spirit Stalker graduated 88. I'm in 89. She's in 93. I graduated Red Devils, Jackson, Georgia.
Cool.
Cool.
Neat. All right.
Well, I'm glad you came on. I'm sorry your router wasn't working. Hopefully you can get that worked out.
This was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to see you, though.
Yeah, me too. I miss you.
And I will text you in the next day or so because I'm looking for a logo. I got to let you know the updated name.
Okay. Uncle Junior has enough hair, too.
I know. He's got long, thick hair.
I have Uncle Junior hair.
Yes. All right. I love you, girl.
Love you. Take care, everybody, and Clapper.
Trauma
I'm sure
and
she'll-
yeah, she's
Bye.
she's going good night, and I'm going to end here as well. I am going to be on Clapper for a few more minutes and go get Topaz out, and y'all know my nightly routine and all that. So I'll see you guys over there. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This gross stuff. Oh, y'all were supposed to tell me what your fucking grossest story was. Remember, I said tell me at the end. I personally think number 6 was the worst. I was actually born in 2690 BC. Yeah, she agrees that number 6. Yeah, number 6 was just, I don't even need y'all's answer. That's just terrible. Anyway, good night, everybody.